Good day, ladies and gentlemen. So today I want to talk about balance, equity, margin, free margin, and margin level. I also touch on leverage. Okay, so if you are on your MT4 or MT5 and at the bottom you click on trade, this is what you are going to see if you are currently trading. All right, so this is a screenshot that I took from last week, okay, from one of my trades last week. All right, so I took this screenshot so that I'll use it to actually explain this concept. Balance simply has to do with your deposits. Okay, so when you deposit and you have not taken any trade, that's what you see as your balance. All right, but once you start trading, okay, your balance is static. It doesn't fluctuate while the trade is on. All right, but when you close your trade in profit, the profit is added to your balance, and when you close your trade at a loss, the loss is subtracted from your balance. That's basically how the balance works. So that's straightforward. To the next one, equity. Equity is simply your balance plus your floating profits. So equity is dynamic. It's dynamic in the sense that it changes while you are trading. Okay, so whatever profit you are making at the time, the profit will be added to your balance. That's what you see as your equity. Okay, and if you are making a loss, the loss will be subtracted from your balance. That's what you are going to see as your equity. So equity is simply balance plus profits that you have not closed, or balance plus loss that you have not closed. So it shows you that while you are trading, it is when you now decide to when you now close the trade, that's when your balance and your equity will be the same. Okay, so when a trade is closed, the balance and the equity have the same value, they have the same numbers. All right, but when the trade is on, your equity will always show your balance plus your profit, or your balance minus your loss. So that's about that for equity. Margin. To the next one, margin. So margin is simply the amount you need to drop in order to keep a trade open. Okay, so margin and leverage work hand in hand. If you have ever opened the Forex account, you will notice that they will ask you that what leverage do you want? Is it 1:100, 1:200, 1:50, etc. Okay, currently on this account I'm trading with 1:100 leverage, and 1:100 leverage simply means 1% margin. Can you see they work hand in hand? 1:50 means 2% margin. Okay, because 2% means 2/100. 2/100 is same as 1/50. So basically that's how it works. Okay, a little bit of mathematics there. Now, what's the idea behind it? Now that I'm trading with a 1% margin, it means that whatever lot size I want to use, the amount of the number of currencies that I want to buy, the actual value, you know, in dollars, I only need to pay 1% of that actual value. All right, let me quickly explain this better. Let me explain it better. You can see I entered a GBP USD trade, a buy trade. All right, and that buy trade is the buy trade is 1.22576. 1.22576. That means I needed $1.22576 in order to buy 1 GBP, 1 Great Britain pound. Okay, $1.22576. That's what 1 Great Britain pound would cost. So, and you can see I'm trading with a standard lot of 1. Standard lot of 1. You can see my standard lot 1.0, and I taught in the previous video, I taught people in the previous video that a standard lot of 1 simply means you are buying 100,000 units. Okay, 100,000 units, and a single one is 1.22576. So let me show you a little bit of mathematics here. So you have 1.22576 dollars is what 1 Great Britain pound would cost, but I need 100,000 units of this. So 100,000 units of Great Britain pound would cost me $122.576. You see that? And I don't have this amount of money, okay, in this particular account. All right, so all I just need to do, since I'm using a leverage of 1:100, which is a 1% margin, I simply need to drop 1% of this particular amount, 122,576. So what is 1% of that? What is 1% of that? 1% of 122, sorry, of 122,576. That's simply 1,225,000.76, 1225.76. so that's all I need to drop. So can you see that in my margin right here? 1225.76, 1225.76. That's all I need to drop. So I don't need to bring the 122,000. I just need to drop 1% of that. I hope it's clear. I know it's a little bit confusing, but if you go over the video again, you will understand what I just did. So I need to drop 1%. That's just the margin I need instead of 122,000. Okay. Now, what's free margin? Free margin is simply the margin. You subtract the margin from your equity. That's your free margin. Now, the margin cannot be used anymore because it's currently used for this trade. If I want to open another trade, my free margin is what I can use to open another trade. You understand? So your equity is your margin plus your free margin, because you subtract the margin from the equity in order to get the free margin. All right, so when you add the margin and the free margin, it's going to give you your equity. Now the free margin is 4549.26, while the margin is 1225.76. so I just need to add 4549.26 to that, okay, plus 4549.26, and it gave me 5775.02. okay, and you can see that's your equity, 5775.02. I simply added the margin and the free margin. So that's how that works. All right, so what's your margin level? Your margin level is simply your equity divided by your margin times 100. All right, your equity divided by your margin times 100 gives you your margin level. So let's do that. The equity is 5775.02, while the margin is 1225.76. so let me take it one by one. 5775.02 is the margin. Let's go to the calculator. 5775.02, 5775.02, this is my margin divided by, sorry, this is my equity. Equity divided by margin times 100 gives you your margin level. So equity divided by margin is 1225.76 divided by 1225.76. okay, that gave me this. Let me multiply by 100. That's 471.137. 471.137. That's my margin level. 471.137 approximated to 471.14. Can you see that here? It was approximated to 471.14. But over here on the calculator, I have 471.137. Yes, mathematics, you can turn it to 14. All right. So basically, that's what all of these mean. Now, margin level. Make sure your margin level does not get 100%, or else you are going to get a margin call. You understand, from your broker. So if you have any question, if any part is confusing, you can ask me in the comment section. Thanks for watching. If you are new, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.